Number one, y'all need to take your phones out. Number two, Google 60-second jokes. Next, click on the YouTube link. Like, comment, or subscribe. Swindolences. Shouting out 60-second jokes.
Knock, 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 knock. What up, cousins and cousins? I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie and uncle you didn't even know you had. I'm 34 and a half. I'm tapping in with one of my, favorite uncles that probably didn't know he had a nephew this dark. My man Norbes from Norbes Knows It All, from Smacc, from the whole situation. The original person who scout all of that. His accolades are too many to name. Make some noise for Norbes.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it.
So hey, how you been doing, Norbes? What's up, man?
I'm good, man. Just had my little man was born this Monday. My daughter's first birthday's tomorrow. So,
congratulations! Happy belated Father's Day, man. You living life.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
Now I assume I'm being racist, I guess, but I assume you're of Spaniard descent. What?
I'm Puerto Rican. Spaniards are white. I'm Puerto Rican. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Yeah, so we're mixed with I think it's 60% Indian, 20% black, and then 20% white. It's weird, man. So,
y'all can cook though, right? That's what it comes down to.
I do all the cooking in my household, man.
That's what's up. So what's your oldest? It's around Father's Day. What's your oldest you got? You said 20?
No, my 20. Hell no, bro. My wife 25. You crazy?
All right, okay.
Now my daughter's 1 year old. She turns 1 tomorrow, and then my son was just born on Monday. So
yeah, I got a 17-year-old, 15-year-old, all of that. I'm probably way younger than you. I don't know. I was just young and nasty. So I see you got this. I see you got this Born Legacy number 7 coming up.
That's about to be crazy.
Yeah, I seen 2 battles you had on there. Is that where JC is going against Blue Easy?
Yeah, JC. We announced JC versus Blue Easy, and we announced what is it?
Adverse Franchise.
Adverse Franchise. Yeah, and I kind of leaked Jerry West versus Chess, but you didn't hear that from me.
If you didn't, you just did leak it. Jerry West versus Chess. Now, those look like crazy. Clinton has been. Jerry West coming off that great Ishmullah battle. I don't know if you paid attention to that. Did you see that?
Yeah. I heard about it. I heard he got crazy.
He got crazy. Ishmullah did his thing too, and Chess coming off that great show with Geechee. I mean, that sounds like those right there, just them two. Everybody sounds great. Blue Easy and JC, is that really a good matchup? What did Blue Easy do to get JC?
I mean, the theme for this card is really it's like a small, well, not a smaller version, but it's kind of like a rookies versus vets type of theme. And Born Legacy is kind of guys getting opportunities to get to the next level. And Blue Easy's been doing it for a while, and why not give him a big test like a JC? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at his resume. He battled Gotti, he battled Twerk, he battled a lot of dudes. Blue Easy's earned the right. He battled Av. He's earned the right to get a big matchup on somebody like JC. But, a lot of people do like JC. They feel like he's that guy, and he's going to be the underdog in there the same way Franchise is the underdog versus Av. It's really do or die. It's up to them, to be honest.
Franchise had a good showing versus who did he just battle on the app? Because, I got the app gang.
Oh, Chef Trez. Good look, appreciate it for that. He battled Chef Trez.
Now, how much input do you have on the app?
On the app, I mean, I didn't really do that. The technical dude that does that is really cheap.
I know you can't go in there and code, but let's say you wanted to get something on the app. Could you make it happen if you're certain battles? Could you make it drop?
On the app, yeah. I mean, we could always push certain. My daughter just landed on me and scratched me. But I mean, we suggest certain battles to come out there, but I don't really pay no mind to that because that shit is just whenever they decide to drop it. But I just want more reactions. 30 reactions is not enough, Norbes.
30 reactions is not enough.
Oh,
30 is not enough.
But you know what it is? Honestly, when it comes to that reaction thing, like a lot of people be using that as a judging system. A lot of dudes just go in there and maximize 30 per round, and it'll look like they went crazy. And sometimes they won't. So I don't know. I don't really believe in that judging system, but it's pretty fun for the app.
Yeah, I just think 30 is not enough. Now, when you think about different, I see you do your show, Norbes at all. I definitely check it out. You had the exclusive interview with Cassidy today. Should we expect some type of content from Norbes on the app, or is it only going to be battles?
I mean, we've talked about it, to be honest with you, and like I said, like, the Norbes at all thing, that's my entity. I really push it on my own. I do sports, do a lot of shit. I'm not opposed to it, but at the same time, it's like, it's business at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, this is my company, whatnot, but I look at things a little different. So if that were the case, I'm willing to do something for the app, but it's got to be done the right way. I don't want to just do something where it kind of puts me it pigeonholes me to the brand, and I don't really want to do that. But I would be willing to. But it's all a conversation, to be honest with you, because I really love what I do. So
I'm just asking. That's what I got to do. I got to ask these questions. This is what people want to talk about. The app is a trending.
That's a really good question. That's a really good question, because to me personally, with the app, it's cool the whole 3 battle thing, but I do believe there's got to be a lot of things to make it more interactive. And what do you do after you watch a battle? Like, there should be interviews. There should be a bunch of things. There is plans to do those type of things, but again, there's talk and then there's action, and people want to see action. So I definitely get the whole contact thing. I would love to do a segment on their show, even stream my show live from there, but it hasn't been incorporated in there. And if the team wants to do it, I'll do it. Ain't nobody better to do it than me, right? So
now, when did you first fall in love with hip hop?
Oh man, I'm gonna say probably Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill.
Like I remember having my cousin giving me this tape, and he was like, "Man, this shit is trash," and I was just like, "Word." So he gave it to me. My cousin, he's a weirdo when it comes to certain things. Yeah. And I was playing this shit. I'm like, "Yo, this Cypress Hill shit is kind of crazy. I could just kill him, man. Give me something you like." It was just dope. I didn't even know where these dudes was from, and I was really rocking with them. I didn't even know they were Spanish, to be honest with you. So I was just rocking to them, and then after that,
like I didn't even. I think nobody did. When you first heard, I could just kill him, man. You don't know that. I think when you're young, you don't even think about race, or I don't believe in race now, but it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like House of Pain. Remember that House of Pain? The Irish dudes jump around. I never cared they was Irish. I was like, nigga, give me some Lucky Charms. I'm going to dance. Like, I don't care.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. But when it comes to race and things of that nature or nationality, it is an issue this day and age. I always felt like it was an issue, me doing what I do, and dealing with certain people. But that's just me, bro. Like being in a predominantly black culture, I do run into those type of not stereotypes, like
how did you end up being Smacc? How long are you from Queens too? I'm from Queens. Are you from Queens?
No, I'm from Brooklyn.
All right.
I mean, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I was just doing the managing music, and at that time, getting on Smacc was a major deal to Smacc TV, and I was on my network and shit. And I just ran up on Smacc, and from there, just he seen my hustle, he seen something in me, and he gave me an opportunity.
I mean, we all know that Cassidy's the reason that we have battle rap. We already heard him say that. But
I mean, listen.
But is there any more behind the scenes stuff that you could put us on besides the fact that Cassidy started everything?
I mean, battle rap, people battling has been around for years. From when LL and
Cassidy,
Cannabis. I mean, listen, Cassidy. I'll tell you this: Cassidy was really like the first dude to really battle and get a record deal. Like he was really battling like every day. Like, and I did my research on that. So when people were just saying he's full of shit and this and that, I called people in Philly. I called, bro, like literally when he was 13, 14 years old, He was on the radio 5 times a week battling dudes and winning every day. Like, that's insane. Whether it's battling like you all around, no, but dog battling every day and winning is crazy. They have to retire.
I'm part of the Bosses Bad Committee. I'm part of the Bosses Bad Committee.
Oh, you fucking okay. But it's crazy because a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it, but it was a form of battle rap. It's like when Canada first started basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like, it evolved from playing in the peach basket and 2 dribbles and passing. Everything evolves, and to take away what Cassidy meant to the sport, and he's also the first one to do that, get a deal, have I think it was a gold album and a platinum record, and that, you got to give him what he is. There's nobody else that really came from battle rap that did that I know of, to be honest.
When you think of your first battles that stand out to you, I would say my first battle would be B.I.G. versus Tupac. What's the first rap battle that, first, oh shit, niggas rapping against each other, I like this gets my nipples hard.
Shit, I don't know about my nipples hard, but I remember the Tupac Biggie beef. I was really a big fan. I was never a Tupac fan, to be honest with you.
I mean, you from Brooklyn, that makes sense. That's normal, right? And you a big guy, you from Brooklyn, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga,
I just never thought Tupac could rap with Biggie. Like,
yes.
I really felt like what I liked about Biggie was the authenticity of the story that he brought. Big, black, and ugly as ever. However, he was true to himself, and I really felt like Pac was an actor in a lot of different ways. Like, he represented a lot of things that I don't think he was really about. And what people don't realize is when people compare like his death to Nipsey's death, I tell people all the time, like, Nipsey's death was a way bigger death because people love Nipsey and he did a lot for the community. Tupac had a lot of beef. He put himself in position to get killed. You know what I'm saying? So it was, to me, a lot of people that really weren't around in that. I was a kid in that era, but I remember people didn't really rock with Pac like that.
Talk about it. To be honest, yeah, especially if you was from the East Coast, there was some East Coast people who really loved Pac or whatever, but there was a lot who, just like you said, I'm from Queens, but Big couldn't do no wrong as far as rapping. It was nothing you could do for me.
But even on the West Coast, bro, like, people love more. I love Snoop. And even if you want to go to the Bay, you had what's his dude's name?
E40.
Oh shit, E40.
Too Short.
Like, those are the people that the West love. Too Short, NWA, Ice Cube, and them. Like, those are the people that they love. They didn't really love Pac, bro. Like, Pac got love after he got killed and he dropped, I guess, a double CD or whatever. But Pac wasn't really loved like this, so it really confused me. And a lot of people are kind of ignorant to that. And I'm like, dog, like, it's a difference, to be honest with you.
Now you discovered so many different names that we see now. You see them first, probably a lot of different battle rappers, right? You would say that, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been to the everywhere to see a lot of these guys and still going and going. It's just there's so many battle rappers out there now that it's hard to find superstars. A lot of these guys aren't superstars. They're good.
No, I'm saying, but you're one of the people that Fake has helped discover the people that we have now, right? You have helped discover the majority of those people, right?
No, I am the person. As one of them, I am.
Talk your shit. That's what I say. Yeah. So that's what I'm not gonna do it for you. Talk your shit. You discovered all these. Like, Twerk? Did you discover Twerk?
People. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, I remember Jazz had told me about him, and she was like, "Yo, I'm not, because Jazz would tell me about a lot of dudes. Yo, check him out. I kind of think he's dope." And then I would see them. Like, it's like I'll break it down like this. You ever watch the Terminator? When the Terminator sees his target, breaks him down. Everything.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I like that.
Literally, when I watch a battle, I literally tone everything out, and I really break a battle. Like, I could break any battler down to a science and project where he's gonna be at, and that's what I would really do when I see these battle rappers. And once something like I have a lot of people that recommend people to me. I take a look at them, break them down, kind of project where they're gonna be, where they can be, how good they are, and you know, you just take it from there. But yeah, absolutely, like from Twerk to Geechee Gotti to T-Top to
Ace I mean,
John John
Ace I
to
mean made some noise today on the app with that
yeah.
Bucks, that Bucks. Do you feel like, what do you, I had this thing where I was talking about how I feel like the audience shouldn't boo. What do you feel about audience booing?
You pay for a ticket. If you're not feeling the material and you want to show them you're not, I'm not mad at that. But if you go there to heckle, there's a difference. You know, what I mean? If you ain't saying shit and you boo is one thing, but a lot of people go there and heckle is a totally different thing. So to me, if you're not satisfied with the product, listen, let me know. You feel me? Like if I'm not doing my job, and but that's what you do when you're in there. Now, a lot of times, you know, fans want to go for one dude more and they'll just boo or just to hate. That's a different story. That's heckling. But you know, when you pay your money and you're not satisfied with what you're getting as a product, I'm not upset at fans showing their displeasure.
I
I'm
mean,
actually
when
being
you,
honest. Like,
a lot of people I
it's
know
never
in
been
the
something
battle
I
rap
question. When I
culture,
see people booing, like, huh?
now I was gonna say a lot of people in the battle rap culture, I had heard them say, you know, when they think of Bugs Belvy, they think of it as nepotism. Obviously, him being Tay Rock cousin, they assume it's just a form of nepotism. But I see y'all guys giving him hard battles as in Ace. I mean, is that a response to that? That is not going to be an easy road for him. That he doesn't have an easy pass. And when a person has a showing like he did versus Ace, it's a two-part question. Is that negative or bad for him? How does that look on his record? Is he never going to get booked again? What's
Well,
up?
I mean, you think he got smoked? I've seen a lot of people saying that Ace, I mean, third was crazy and it was a good battle. And some people say it's a good back and forth. I didn't watch the battle. I couldn't really tell you, to be honest with you. But from, you know, it's a growing process too. Like Ace is good, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Burke is a solid prospect. It's just developing from there. Now, in terms of the early stages of the shit, there's gonna be bumps in the road and things of that nature. But if you really believe in a prospect, that's what you're gonna expect. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really lose faith in somebody that you really like. You just hope that they start getting the understanding. But even like with a Burke Bucks or a Ace Amin, you know, a lot of these guys are in their comfort zone. So now the next step is gonna be bringing them to where people don't really know them. So they're not going to react as easily. So there's a lot of things that Ace is going to learn. He's very talented. There's a lot of things that Burke is going to learn. He's very talented. And, you know, from there, you're going to be able to see you're going to be able to separate the men from the boys. Like, even with a guy like Don Marino, like, what I liked about Don, and I always did, like, he can rock any crowd anywhere. Like, he's been everywhere. And that shows in his performances from D.C. to Florida to the Midwest to New York. And that shows growth in his part. So I want to see more of these guys start doing things outside of their comfort zone, so you can kind of see their growth and development. And that's why I told people when it came to the Jack Boy battle versus John John,
I was about to go there. That was
I
the second. I was
predicted
about to
what
go
was
to that. I was about to go to
yeah.
that. Thank you.
hmm That's what I predicted. I told people like he wasn't ready, and it wasn't hate. It was like he doesn't know what he's about to face. I could tell you I'm ready by looking from the outside looking in. But once you step in front of that crowd and you step in front of somebody as great as John John, it becomes a totally different story. I may think I know what I'm about to do, but when you face it, you see what happened. He lost it.
Yeah.
And that's what these guys don't realize. A lot of times they feel like they should be there because maybe some of their peers are there. Maybe because Twerk is there and he feels like he should be there. But in reality, everybody grows differently. Like Ryder's not ready for that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys, that aren't ready for that.
Why
There
does a
is guys
person
that I
like
really
Ryder
believe.
get so many chances? Is it because he's Goonies? Do y'all guys have a favoritism thing with the Goonies and Cave Gang? People say that. Is that true? What's going on with that?
I don't have a favoritism towards anybody. I can give two shits what crew you're from. We do have people that are stationed in that work out of that area that maybe want to push them a little further because they believe in them. So maybe that's why they get an opportunity. But me personally, that's not what I'm about. Like I'm more of a dude that show and tell and just keep it going. You know, I don't book guys based on personal feelings. So I can't really speak on that. I base it on performance and how they go. But I have seen the same comments you have seen, and it kind of sucks. You know, some people feel slighted, but that's not how I roll. Like I really don't. That's not me. I can't really speak
Are they
for
the
anyone
cheapest? Is
else.
it a business situation? Is it really like? Are they just the cheapest for the pay? Is that what it is? That's what I heard. They like the project girls. They take anything. They take a
Say
$5.
that. Say that one more time.
Huh?
Say that one more time.
I heard they like the project side chick. All it takes is like a dub sack and they ready to rap. You know, they ready to get it going. They're not high class, and that's what it is. They're the cheapest.
Nah. I don't believe that's what it is. Sometimes somebody believes in somebody a lot more, and you know, and that's what it is. And sometimes, like you know, they say the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Maybe that's the situation. But to me, I really just, you know, like when I put franchise against Chef Trez, he showed me something. I said, you know what, let's just go to Ave. So me personally, I don't try to befriend anybody because I don't want it to clout my judgment. You know what I'm saying? So
I get
don't try
that.
to build personal relationships with them because I don't want to make decisions based on my personal feelings. So that's how I run with shit. I can't speak for anybody else though.
Well, talking about content for the app, me and I don't know if you know who T. I know you know who he is. You know who T7M Mitchell is?
I see the name on Twitter, and I know I think he has a YouTube channel. I'm
He
not
does have a
familiar
YouTube
with
channel.
the
That's the
work, but
cuz.
I know who he is.
I fuck with him hard. That's the
Yeah.
cuzzo. He's really cool. He's one of one of the people I fuck with in battle rap. Definitely battle rap media. He was on one of y'all trailers, on the Smacc trailers. Y'all did it. Y'all used his voice. So yeah,
He's from Detroit, right?
I think he's from Baltimore. He's from Baltimore. He says you funny. He
Okay,
says
okay.
you funny. He says you funny.
Okay. Yeah, but nah, I
He
know who
played.
he is, but
We,
I
we had
don't,
a.
I don't really watch blogs like that.
Could you watch this one?
No, no. I mean, I'm on it. No, and it's not personal. The reason I don't watch blogs, to be honest, is because I feel like people start sounding like each other. So I kind of tune everything out and just do what I do and try to create the narrative. So I don't really watch. I don't watch blogs based on just keeping my material fresh and not repeating anything anybody says.
Bless.
Like sometimes if you hear somebody's shit, you're kind of like I've seen people recycle entire shows that I've done. So I tend not to listen to it just to stay,
I
just
get
to
it. No,
stay
I get
fresh
it.
with my material.
I definitely fuck with a lot of different battle rap media culture outlets.
Mhm.
That's what I wanted to chat, man. We were talking about that before. When will URL start embracing more medias, more forms of battle rap media?
Um, I mean, I think they have. I see 15 Minutes of Fame. A lot of people at events, a lot of media, so-called media, and I've seen a lot of media, but sometimes people don't handle media well. They don't handle criticism. Me personally, I don't really care for either one. So if you're bigging me up, cool. If you hate on me, cool. If you're in that type of situation, you have to deal with the good and the bad. And I feel like maybe sometimes, you know, we don't want to hear the bad, and you got to hear the bad in order to fix it. So
But I
I
mean,
mean, I think we do a real good job of yeah. What are
when
you saying?
I'm referring to stuff like like me, I try to ruin your day. Avocado, shout out to that guy. You know
Yeah.
what he does. He does the ruin your days where he recaps the battles on his channel. He's able to show the footage and all of that. If a small media outlet, battle rap, wanted to do that recap, they couldn't get the same access. How could they get in touch with people like y'all to do those type of things, which is only shines more light on the culture,
No, no, absolutely. I mean, um, that's more like a Beasley like question. Like
You
you got
got
to send
Beasley
an
number? Could
email
you
in and
text
they
me
got to
Beasley
get
number?
cleared.
Could you text me Beasley number?
I can text. I'll text you. I'll give you his email. You can hit him. But most of the time, if people take the correct channels and they'll reach out, they'll clear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool, fuck it, let's do it. But I don't know. I just don't be able to talk about whatever the hell they want. They can talk about me, how I'm an asshole. I don't really give a shit.
I mean, but no, but
Whatever
like
footage
me
you
and
see on my shit.
one thing we were saying before we set on the channel was, it's not that somebody wants to show the whole battle a lot of times, but what's ESPN
They
without the
want to show
highlights?
clips.
So if you could just show the punchlines sometimes, just at least one of the punchlines, that could bring up the content level of your show. But then you got Quarter Lab all in your back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's a fact, and I think you just got to email, wait till they respond to you. I don't know, like just hit a B's email or URL email. I forgot what the URL email is, and they'll get back to you and just send them like listen, can I get a clearance? Because even a lot of times that's why I don't play music no more on my shit because I gotta go get a clearance from these dudes. I can't monetize, I can't do shit, bro. Like I'll get flagged. So I just said, fuck the music. I'm gonna use my talent to sell my shit.
Yeah, you can't even promote. You be trying to promote a dude like I fuck with your song. They put on the song for promotion, then you get flagged. I can't promote you no more. Just go buy it.
Yeah, like, that shit don't make no sense. Like I just like, yo, why can't I? But that shit corny. Like I'm not selling your song. I'm trying to promote the motherfucker.
Looking to help. Are you gonna be at Summer Impact this year?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there in North Carolina that weekend. I got
Y'all announced three battles. Three battles y'all announced.
What was the battles? The Loaded Hollows versus what's some niggas called? Gun Titles. And
What's the biggest call? Are you serious, Norbes? Don't disrespect Surf on here. Surf's the GOAT. Ain't no disrespect to you. Do Norbes, I love you. You my uncle. Don't disrespect the GOAT. Surf's the GOAT.
Oh nah, I just be. I got a lot of shit on my mind. So I be forgetting. I got a bad memory. But
you smoke?
I got them winning that battle.
You got who?
Edibles though.
But
I don't smoke. I do edibles.
That's classy. You real classy. You real classy. Are you coming to Summer Impact?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna get there probably the 9th and probably leave the 11th in the morning. So I'm gonna do the PGs the 9th, that Summer Impact, and then go.
Can I get a discounted media pass to the PG event?
I don't even. I mean, yeah, you got money. Just hit me up. You good? I got you the PG event. It ain't nothing.
I'm just trying to come. I'm trying to cover. I'm good. I'm trying to do my media. I'm want to take this to the next level. I want us to be the ESPN of battle rap. I really want to really do this the way it's supposed to be done. I want to have people at every event almost. You know what I mean? I want to really step it up because I feel like once we get it elevated as far as the coverage, it's going to just make it. It's going to blow itself up even more. It's going to. It's almost like it's collaboration over competition. When we start really reporting on these guys and giving these guys more light on them, maybe that different ways to shine light on them, opposed to just expecting somebody just to go watch the battle. There's a lot of times I don't go watch the game. I just watch the highlights, like I said, and I feel like that's what we need to have more access of as far as a media thing.
No, absolutely.
When you think
like what I'll do is I'll say what I'll do is like when we get off, I'll give you his email, and if he don't respond to you, I'll make sure I hit him. But like that shit goes to the company. I forgot the company you said earlier.
Quarter Labs.
Even me, I don't even put the URL footage on there because these niggas be flagging my shit. Well,
it was crazy because I did like a New Jersey Twerk versus Clips recap, right? And I promise, I had my phone in my hand. I'm not even showing the screen. I'm really not trying to even let them listen, and I'm not even showing it. And they still was on. I had to fight. Good thing I've been to jail before, so I know how to put emotion in, or I would have been fucked up.
That's hilarious. That's fucked up. Bro, that's why I don't even put it, man. Like
that. Was you ever?
Man,
Is there any new artists that we should be looking out for that might not be on the major radar, but that hey, this nigga's probably be next up in a couple of years. Watch out for this guy. Who's somebody like that you can probably name right now?
I know July 12th, I got the PG card, and there's a few names on that I really, really like. One of them happens to be Stretch Mills. I think Stretch Mills is crazy out of Rochester. There's a kid I think he's out of Miami named 242. So there's gonna be a lot of different people on that card, and I'm gonna see how they going.
Now
and you got your family sleeping in the background. I see people. What's up?
That's my wifey.
Sorry.
We had to plug it in. I gotta plug it in. I don't want it to die on me.
All good.
But definitely, what is your? Is there any more? You didn't get? What's the other battles on that Summer Impact card? You said?
I don't even remember. I know I think there was only one announcement. I don't remember.
I was trying to get you.
I really don't even pay attention to that shit. Like for real.
So what do you like? All
I
right,
be
so
forgetting what's on my card.
yeah, so are you and Smacc still cool? Are y'all still know each other? What's going on?
I mean,
Are you and Smacc still cool with each other? You still URL, right?
you know, like we see each other at events. We talk, but it's not a.
He's changed because he got the money. He's changed.
I mean, listen, everybody changes through years, money, whatever. Yeah, are we as close as we once were? No. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. But, you know, things just, people grow, man. Like, you know what I mean? That nigga, he's with two different people.
He's a
You know
millionaire
what I'm
right now.
saying?
He's making
I'm
millions of dollars.
I mean, I hope not, because if not, I want my PC. But,
what did you think about that when, I'm not to cut you off, but what did you think about that when people were striking, when they saw about him making the millions and all that? Did you feel like, oh shit, should I be striking, or what?
No, I mean, when it comes to shit like that, like people was calling me a millionaire and shit. I'm like, bro, I ain't no fucking millionaire. But I look at it like this: a white man could be rich and nobody questions this shit. But as soon as you see somebody of color get some money, or you think you got money, it's an issue. And I never understood that shit. So to me, it's like, if that dude's a millionaire or whatnot, I gotta have a conversation with niggas. I want my cut, one. But two, like, you know, like, people shouldn't be counting pockets. I don't sit there and count Hitman Holland's pockets or T-Top's pockets or any of these dudes, bro. So to me, I think that shit is kind of corny. And if you do feel an issue that it's a financial situation, you feel you get drink, take that shit behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Deal with it. Why would you publicize something like that?
Is it true that y'all won't be featuring any Tech Nine stuff on the app at all? Or y'all washing your hands with Tech Nine? Is that true?
I mean, shit, the Tech Nine situation is so crazy. Like, I don't really want to be associated with that. Me personally, and the fact that he was doing pay-per-views and all that shit is kind of weird, especially when, you know, it looks like you're a part of the organization and you're accused of such a heinous act. It's crazy. It wasn't like, you know, he got caught selling drugs or anything like that, bro. Like, what he was accused of was something that a lot of women, a lot of kids have went through, and it's not something that, you know, it's not normal, bro. Like, it's almost like you're a monster and shit like that. And not saying that he is or he's not, but you know, sometimes you gotta detach yourself from a situation to actually see if there's any you know, relevance to that. But I personally didn't post nothing of him afterwards. When I heard of his death originally, you know, that was a friend of mine, and I felt the way. You know what I mean? I was hurt, and you know, I don't know the full story, so I can't really tell you what is true or what's not. But you know, at that point, you kind of just detach yourself and let the smoke clear and see what it really is. But that's a tough question to answer, to be honest with you, because you know, I'm not one to throw somebody under the bus.
That's the tough questions.
Oh no, that's a super tough question, because it's like, you gotta look at it like, man, like, I got a daughter, so at the end of the day, I would never hurt my daughter. So when I hear of people doing stuff like that, it bothers me, and I don't really want to be associated with that. And like, I never seen that side of Tech. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only seen Tech at battles, and we talk here and there and things of that nature. So in my eyes, I would never believe he would do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a really, 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 like, tough situation, because the person I knew, from
Wasn't
what
that
he
person?
told me, yeah, exactly. But again,
You had the event.
I was out
there. Y'all might all know she underage. Tech Nine wasn't the one over there trying to holler at him.
I mean, listen, man, like, I see weird shit all the fucking time, but if that's not something that you do in front of people, that's something that, whether it's true he did it behind closed doors or whatnot, I don't know. But again, I don't have all the details. I'm not gonna judge him on the situation. And the person I knew was not that. But I don't like to really speak on it, especially like around my wife or kids, because it affects people differently. Like there's been a lot of people that have went through that in their life that if you mention that individual or something, they may feel away. So I'd rather not even mention him because you don't know who you're affecting by that. You know what
Bless.
I'm saying? Because
Bless.
it's a lot of people, a lot of more people than you know have gone through that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just females that have gone through that. It's boys, and so
It's a
rather
very
than
touchy subject.
remind people, yeah, like rather than remind people of that shit, you might as well just detach yourself.
I didn't mean
You
to
know what I
say
mean?
that.
Like,
You know what I said?
what you say?
It's a very
Nah, what you say?
touchy subject. You get touchy.
Oh no, yeah,
It's a touchy
yeah, no,
subject.
it's super touchy. Trust me, I know exactly what you're saying.
But in a bad way. You get what I mean? It's touchy. Touchy. All right.
You know,
I thought you knew
absolutely.
bars. I'm not a battle rapper, but I thought you knew bars. No, I do bars in my show. So
Bars all day, but yeah, man,
do you ever find yourself doing that though? Do you do that? Like how cause when you watch
well,
basketball, you want to shoot at the rim. Sometimes you shoot at the garbage can. From watching so much basketball, do you find yourself saying like little
yeah,
metaphors or
nah.
bars?
I be trying to battle my wife sometimes when she say shit, but she don't be feeling my raps too much. And then my wife, it's funny because my wife will say something and she be like bars, and I'm like, she retarded, bro. Like, what's the matter with you? So like, we do this shit all the time in the crib. Like, my wife is real silly. Like,
That's what's up.
so yeah, like
How long you been
I
married
couldn't
now?
marry somebody that wasn't. Oh, we've been married now. We're going on 3 years now. Wait, 1, 2, yeah, but no, we're going on 2 years. 1, 2, right? Baby, we're going 2 years. 2 years of marriage, so she always mad at me, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. I don't know.
All right, I'm sorry, my bad. Tell her I said how you doing, Mrs. Norbes. Thanks for giving us a
She
chance.
said, "Oh, that's cool." He said, how you doing, baby?" She said, "Good." She mad at me. I don't know what I did to her.
You
But
probably
I
was
guess
born. As men, us being born, piss our wife off. I don't know what it is. It's like I would
you know
exist.
what it is. I be doing so many things. Like I wake up to doing this, and I got an event coming up, so a lot of my mental space is occupied on that, and it makes me insensitive to the things that we're going through, especially the fact that we got a newborn, and he be crying. I be looking at that nigga like, "Yo, shut up, bro!"
She
Like,
just had the baby, right? She just had that baby, right?
yeah. Monday, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was like a couple of days ago. Yeah, she might be a little bit tired. I know she's, a woman, and this is what she does, but she might be a little bit. Yeah, that might be straining. I'm not gonna lie, Norris. I don't know.
yeah, he's what? He's a week old, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
so
week old. So
that means a
he's
week
a
ago
fat baby.
she had a person living in her. Life is weird.
Yeah, yeah, man. And now that's it. No more babies for me. She said that's it. I gotta retire. So
Well, I don't want to take your whole night away. Thanks for coming, tapping in. It was nice talking to you. Please don't be a stranger. Anytime you got an event, if you want to definitely tap in, do some video from there, talk to some of these underground people who don't want to, who not too stuck up yet, who don't mind, answering some Twitch questions just like you did. I want to, definitely say happy Father's Day to people that didn't watch the
on
show.
death, bro. Let me know I'm here, bro. On death.
Thanks, Norb. Thank you so much. That's Uncle Norbes. I'm your favorite cousin and uncle from Auntie Uncle. Look, I'm nervous. So happy to have this guest. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie and uncle. You didn't even know you had cousins and cousins. I'm 34 and a half. This was a Gangster service announcement. My special guest, Norbes, came through. He talked to y'all, told y'all about the battles we got coming up and other stuff. Hopefully I can get some of those media passes, right? Tag him online, tag Beasley, tell him to make sure they give me some of them passes so I can get into more events and get you guys more news. With that being said, I'm a little bit tipsy because I've been drinking. So I'm going to end it right here and tell you that, like I said, if don't nobody else love you, you got to love yourself. Find your purpose or you waste the air. That's a quote from Nip. And I always say, what would Nip do? Long Live the Great, Neighborhood. Hashtag 66 Jokes, hashtag GSA. Go check out my man 7M Rancher. Go check out Norbes. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, go to the band Legacy 7 event. I think that's the name of it.
Number one, y'all need to take your phones out. Number two, Google 60-second jokes. Next, click on the YouTube link. Like, comment, and subscribe. Swindolences.
Shouting out 60-second jokes.